Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've had a lot of questions on this, so I thought I'd do a video. In this video I'm going to talk about how you can master talking head videos. And I know a lot of people will think, oh my god, I have to talk on camera, but trust me, it's a game changer and you should try it. All of our best performing creators do talking heads as one of their vertical choices. They're just so good, like you can show personality, they're relatable, and it's something that not everyone does. So as usual, I have a document, so I'm just going to go through this document. I'm going to tell you how you can master talking head reels in 2026. Talking head content, also known as yap reels or just like talking reels in general, is the highest leverage format on Instagram right now, especially for OF creators. It builds that parasocial trust way faster than any other format. And if you've seen my other videos, I always talk about the parasocial relationships and dive into the psychology behind everything. Also, it's the easiest to repurpose across TikTok and YouTube Shorts as well, and it costs literally nothing to produce. But 90% of creators do it badly or not at all. They're there turning the camera on, rambling for like 30 seconds, they post it and wonder why nobody's watching. It's not as easy as just literally putting the camera on and just talking. You have to have a structure to it. Talking head reels are not just talking to the camera, they're structured format with rules. And once you know the rules, the same girl in the same room talking about the same topic will go from 500 views to 50,000 views. And the purpose of this video, I want to break down the entire system behind it, the framework I use to write every yap script, the hook primers that lock the retention from the first frame, and the 5 small adjustments that quietly multiply your reach. Let's quickly start off though, like what is a talking head reel for those who don't know? A talking head reel is a vertical video where the creator is speaking directly to the camera, usually mid-shot, framed from the waist or chest up, holding eye contact through the lens. The content is the words, there's no skit, no dialogue, no scene work, just one person, one camera and one idea. For OF creators, this format works for a specific reason. Subscribers don't buy for your body, again I've gone through this in previous videos, they buy access to a person. And the talking head reel is the single fastest way to make a stranger feel like they know that person. It's the format that converts followers into fans and fans into subscribers. Other formats build reach essentially, but this one is so important, it builds belief. There's 3 types of talking head videos. So number 1 is a story time. So this is a personal anecdote with a beginning, middle and an end. Highest emotional pull, highest share rate. The second one is a hot take, so a spicy opinion or something controversial. This drives comments and saves. Third one is teach, so a useful piece of insider information delivered as advice. Drives, saves and shares. And for OF creator accounts, the strongest version is usually a story time with a hot take edge, a personal anecdote that lands on a controversial conclusion, which this format does everything. It has the emotional pull, has the comment bait, the parasocial intimacy and shareability all in one reel. I've put a couple of examples on here as well. I just want to show you quickly just so you can see like visually.
Oh my god, I can't stand the guys that will say fatherless behavior, but then say they want a freaky girl. Which is it? Do you want a freak or do you want a girl with no libido? You can't have both.
I am losing my mind. So let's chat with what just happened, okay? My ex's new girlfriend, okay, she just followed me, liked a photo from a year ago, and then unfollowed me. What are we doing, girl? Because I'm not like that, okay? Like, we can be friends, everything's chill, like, what is going on right now?
So they're just a couple of examples, and now I want to go through the STAR method. If you haven't heard of this before, listen closely because this is insane. Every single talking head reel that I script for my creators runs through this 5-step framework. Skip a step and the reel will underperform. Stack all 5 and you have the structural skeleton of a viral talking head video. S. Say something shocking. The first line out your mouth is a pattern interrupt, not hey guys, not so today I want to talk about, you need to give a claim, a confession, a contradiction, something that makes the viewer's thumb stop scrolling because their brain went, wait what? Like they want to hear more. A weak one would be, I want to talk about how to get more subscribers. A strong one, I got more subscribers in 1 week than I did in my entire first year. And the thing that worked is the opposite of what every single coach told me. Your opening line is the only thing that earns the next 3 seconds. Spend more time on this line than on the rest of the script combined. The hook is so important. Then we have T, text hook on screen. So the on-screen text hook stacks with the spoken line. It doesn't repeat it. This is the mistake that everyone makes. They say the line and then they type the same line on the screen. You've just used 2 hooks to deliver 1 piece of information. You've doubled your effort for 0 extra retention. Spoken hook says one thing, text hook says another. Together, they triangulate the curiosity gap. So spoken, for example, I got more subscribers in 1 week than my entire first year. The on-screen text, and I almost didn't post this. Now the viewer's hooked on 2 questions. What worked and why was she scared to share it? 2 open loops right there and they will watch it. Then we have A for achievement. So before you teach people anything, you have to prove that you have the right to teach it, stating results, dropping the numbers and showing screenshots if you can. This step is non-negotiable because without it, your advice is literally just going to sound like an opinion. And with it, your advice is going to sound like a debrief. So in the same example here, I went from 2k a month to 11k a month, same content, same posting frequency with 1 change. Now, I know this example is kind of more tailored to like what I would post for my personal brand, like with a creator with some results or something like that. But this is just the framework skeleton. I'm just using it as an example. Next, we have R for roadmap. So now you teach the actual steps, the thing they came for, usually 3, occasionally 4, never 7. 7 steps mean you don't know what the important ones are. You need to keep each step short, 1 sentence each. The viewer's here for clarity, they're not here for depth. Depth is what the comment section is for. So for example, step 1, I stopped posting at peak times and started posting at midnight. Step 2, I made every caption a question. Step 3, I deleted half my link in bio. Each step is literally concrete. Each step is something they could do today. Each step lands in under 5 seconds of speaking time. And then the final R for recipe. This is the retention lock. You give the roadmap a name nobody has ever heard before, a name they cannot just simply load up Google and search. The primer, the mirror method, the 3 a.m. trick. A named method forces the viewer to stay all the way to the end because that's the only place the name exists, is literally in your video. An unnamed list of tips can be skimmed. A named method has to be watched. This is the single highest leverage word in your entire script. I literally just did it to you. This whole framework is called the STAR method. That name is the reason you'll remember the framework tomorrow. That's the recipe essentially doing its job. For this specifically, an example at the top of my head. So for an OF creator, you could do a talking head vertical, basically teaching guys how to speak to girls or how to pick up girls. If you name the method that you're talking about in your video, it will be so much more appealing and so much more engaging. I want to go through a framework. This is from I am Chris Chung on Instagram. Now this is called the primer. This is really interesting. The primer is what you put in front of your hook to make it untouchable. It's a sentence that reframes the content the viewer is about to receive, and the right primer can multiply your retention. 4 types, each works on a different psychological trigger. Type 1, the danger primer. Frame the content as risky to share. The viewer subconsciously thinks, if she's risking something to tell me this, it must be valuable. Like, for example, I'm probably going to get banned for showing you this. My manager told me not to post this. I shouldn't be saying this on my main account. And you can use these on thirst adjacent Yap content, behind the scenes reveals, how I actually make money content, for example. Then we have type 2, which is the secret primer. Frame it as confidential information that's finally being released. The whole behind the curtain effect. Fans of OnlyFans creators' accounts are obsessed with this frame because the whole appeal of the account is intimacy with someone they're not supposed to have access to. So, for example, I signed something that said I couldn't talk about this until now. The girls in this industry will hate me for sharing this. I kept this a secret from my girlfriends because it's how I slept with their boyfriends. Controversial one. This is a secret I use to make every guy crazy for me. These are good to use on industry reveal content, day in the life, earnings content, relationship, and like the dating angles. Type 3 is the loss primer. So anchor the value of the content in what it cost you to learn. the viewer treats the lesson as more valuable because someone's already paid for it. So, for example, this mistake cost me 10k subscribers. I spent 2 years finding this out the hard way. I shouldn't have done this and now I have one less friend. Use these on storytime content, transformation arcs, anything with like a before and after, and just general talking heads. And then type 4 is the moral transfer primer. This is the strongest one by far. You're handing the viewer responsibility, you're making them complicit. The implicit pact is, you and I share this now and I'm trusting you with it. I'm trusting you with this, don't be weird about it. Promise me you won't screenshot this. Don't tell anyone I showed you this. This one is so on brand for OnlyFans creators because the parasocial frame is already intimate. The whisper, the trust pact, the this is between us energy, that is literally the OF experience compressed into one line. And it doesn't just work on Reels. Saying don't tell anyone I showed you this on a story does the same job with the same mechanism. So pair this primer with a close friend segment and the exclusivity frame compound. You're now triple stacking your intimacy. You can also stack primers, so you can do 2 like in the same opening and the result hits harder than one alone. So for example, loss and the moral transfer. I spent 2 years figuring this out and I'm only telling you because I trust you not to share it. And then you could do like danger and secret. I'm probably going to get banned for this, but the girls in my industry are going to hate me that I'm finally saying it out loud. And I want to also go through 5 reach boosts. These are just small adjustments and none of these are like revolutionary on their own. Stack 3 or 4 in the same reel and the algorithm will push it. So number 1, start with you, not I, because if your video starts with the word you instead of I, the viewer immediately cares more because the content's about them. So saying, I learnt this trick last year, is weaker than you're losing subscribers and you don't even know it. Number 2, say when you do this, not if you try this. When assumes the viewer is going to do it. If gives them an out. When is more authoritative, and people stop questioning your advice when you talk in certainties. So a weak example, if you try posting at midnight, you might get more reach. A strong example, when you post at midnight, your reach jumps. Number 3, name the viewer's feelings out loud. So say what they're already thinking. The moment you name the emotion the viewer's having, they trust you. So I know you're tired of posting every day and getting nothing back. You're frustrated because every coach tells you something different. This is one of the most underused moves in creator content. It builds parasocial trust faster than any other technique because it makes the viewer feel seen. So number 4, 1 topic per account. Scattered content confuses the algorithm's audience matching, so it needs to know who to send your reels to. If your content's constantly jumping around between fitness, travel, dating, gaming and food, it has nothing to work with. If your content idea focuses on one main topic instead of a bunch of random ones, the algorithm easily finds your ideal viewer. And then number 5, busy hands retention trick. Do something with your hands while you talk, whether it's makeup, getting ready, pouring a drink, throwing a ball, cooking, because the action gives the viewer's eyes something to track whilst their ears do the listening, and then they'll stay the whole way through. For OnlyFans creator accounts, this is the easiest move you ever make. Literally do a get ready with me yap, makeup with me yap, get ready with me before a date yap. The native format is already in your routine. Static talking heads lose viewers like throughout, and usually around the 8-second mark, whereas busy hands talking heads often hold them all the way to the end. And here I have a worked example, all of it stacked together. So I want to show you the whole machine assembled, 1 real concept run through star, with a stacked primer and 3 of the reach boosts. So, the real concept, a creator telling a story time about how she figured out which guys are actually worth her time. She's doing her makeup throughout. The opening primer, so this is the primer and the S&T stacked. Spoken, moral transfer and secret primer stacked, then the shocking line. Promise me you're not going to send this to your boyfriend because the girls I know are going to hate me for saying this out loud. You've been giving your time to the wrong type of guy for years and you didn't even know there was a way to tell from the first text. On-screen text, the test he didn't know he's failing. Then we've got the achievement, which is A. I used to waste months on guys who are never going to show up for me. I haven't been on a bad date in 9 months since I started doing this. Roadmap, R. Step 1, when you match with someone, you don't text first. Step 2, when he asks you out, you suggest a specific day, not next week. Step 3, you watch what he does with the small nose before you ever give him a big yes. And then the recipe, the other R. I call it the small and no test. 3 small no's. If he passes all 3, he's actually worth your time. If he flinches on any of them, you already have your answer. And then the reach boosts, which are active throughout, opens with you, not I, which is boost 1. Uses when, not if, inside the roadmap, boost 2. Names the viewer's feeling, you didn't even know there was a way to tell, boost 3. Doing her makeup the whole time, boost 5, which is busy hands. Same girl, same topic, same length. The difference is structure, and this is what 90% of Yap reels are missing. Not better lighting, not a different niche, not more posting, literally just this skeleton. Now I just want to go over this whole thing I went through in 1 minute. The STAR method is the script skeleton, shocking, text hook, achievement, roadmap, recipe. Spoken hook and text hook say different things and they stack. Achievement before teaching, numbers are the trust currency. Recipe is the retention lock, name the method, something nobody can Google. The primer goes in front of the hook. There's 4 types: danger, secret, loss, moral transfer. Moral transfer is the strongest for OF creators. Parasocial intimacy is the native frame. Stack primers for compounding effect. Start with you, use when and not if, name the viewer's feeling. 1 topic per account, 1 identity. The algorithm needs to know who to send it to. Busy hands hold retention. Get ready with me Yap is the native format, so make sure to use it. And talking head content is the cheapest, most powerful content on Instagram right now. It literally costs nothing to make. It also builds up parasocial trust that turns followers into subscribers. And almost nobody is doing this properly. If you're going to take just one thing from this video, make sure for your next talking head vertical to follow the STAR script. Message me the word STAR on Instagram. My Instagram is ErinMaddieOFM. I'll put it down here somewhere. Message me that and I will send you the script template. As usual, I hope you guys got some value from this video. I hope it was helpful. Make sure to leave a comment, let me know what video you want next or if there's anything you want me to cover. Also, if you did enjoy it, drop a like and make sure to subscribe as well. I'll be posting every single week. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.